What's going on, Dodger fans? And thanks for tuning in to another episode of Chalking It Up. I'm Ant.
And I'm Carlos, aka Desert Doyer.
Let's go, baby. And hey, guys, we're excited. 'Tis the season of spring training baseball, Dodger baseball. It's time for Dodger baseball.
2 days away. 2 days away from pitchers and catchers reporting to Camelback Ranch. And most of the guys are there already, though.
They are. I think there's videos. Shohei's throwing, which is
There's
so
video.
exciting.
I've been providing the video for you.
Mookie's there messing around. Of course, that's just. I feel like that's the culture that they've built, is showing up early and getting right into work, man. Especially with the targets on their back this year, I'm definitely excited. It's awesome to see everybody there. But today on our lineup, man, we got a lot of things for you, and I cannot wait. Again, spring training, guys. Everybody reports on Monday, February 10th. Tuesday.
February 11th is the first. Actually, you're right.
It is Monday.
Monday, February 10th, they report, and first workout for the pitchers and catchers is Tuesday, February 11th.
And then the rest of the team is expected to show up no later than Saturday, the 15th. And then with our first game of spring training being against the Chicago Cubs on Thursday, February 20th.
Yes, I'm excited to go.
Man, guys, we're 2 weeks away from a long journey heading into the summer, the Fall Classic. But 46 days away till opening day. That's exciting. It's still kind of a shock on how our offseason turned out, especially after winning it all. And I don't know, man. I still haven't grasped my head around who's going to be the number one, who's going to be the number two. I mean, there's so many.
I don't care who's number one. I don't care who's number two, as long as they're all stay healthy. And we finish the season with everybody still healthy and able to pitch. Because last year, that just wasn't the case. I mean, the bullpen held it down for us last year.
Yeah, guys. And the goal, of course, is to repeat this year. Repeat.
Of course. And then we have our bullpen got a little bit stronger by adding Tanner Scott, Kirby Yates.
Yeah.
So...
It's an exciting time, guys. It's an exciting time. And not only are all of our guys that we know, those household names already at spring training, we cracked 6 guys in the top 100 prospects, with, of course, Roki Sasaki being the number 1 prospect across the MLB. We all know what, he's been about. Andrew has put this guy up on a golden pedestal that he's been trying to get him since high school.
We need a statue of Andrew Freeman when he retires out of Dodger Stadium.
Don't retire soon though, buddy. But no, eventually.
You know what sucks though is Brandon Gomes. That Brandon Gomes is the general manager. Most people, when teams do moves, they give the GM the props. But it's Andrew Freeman that we're all still like, we don't even know who Brandon Gomes is.
Right. I mean, I don't know. We have so many positions within the Dodgers organization. I didn't even know Nelson Cruz was part of the Dodgers, and so was Archer. He was a former pitcher for the Rays. I was like, when the hell did he get hired? Yeah. So, I mean, hey, man, I guess we're just out here feeding families. But heading into spring training, we obviously have questions, Sasaki on the mound, but we really want to dive in. Mookie, once again, has been announced as our starting and primary shortstop heading into the 2025 season. What are your thoughts about Mookie being our everyday shortstop, Pops?
Mookie is super athletic.
He is.
Mookie can play whatever he wants. He can go play right now basketball, be a point guard, and probably be the MVP of a team.
Facts.
He can go play golf and probably be the number 1 ranked golfer in the world.
He probably could.
Just give him a shot. I mean, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh no, Mookie, this shouldn't be in the infield. He should be playing right field." And this, dude, the dude came up as a second baseman with the Red Sox. There just wasn't no room for him to play at second base, so they moved him over to right field. Well, right now, let's bring him in. Let's bring him into shortstop. Let's see what he could do. I mean, they can move pieces around. It's not in cement that he's going to be shortstop all year long.
It's also spring training, guys. I think that's what spring training is about. Not only to get your groove back, a rhythm back heading into a brand new season, but as a manager and above with Andrew and Gomes, it's all about, hey, what do we need after spring training? Do we need infield? Do we need outfield? You definitely don't need a DH. Otani got that unlock. I think we answered all the questions as far as the rotation goes in the bullpen. But yeah, defensively, there are some questions. I know Willie Adames was a big topic of a lot of. I wanted Willie Adames. There was a couple of other guys out there. Why is Tommy playing center field and not shortstop? James Outman, questions around him.
And again, I mean, our team is so flexible that we can move pieces around.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be Mookie at shortstop 162 games.
Yeah.
You can bring in Miguel Rojas is still on the team. You can put Miguel Rojas to play a few games there. You can bring in Edman to play a few games at shortstop. You can move Mookie to the right field, and you can play Pajes at center or Outman, whoever wins the spot.
Right.
There's so many pieces that we can move around here.
It is interchangeable.
It's like
it's a dynamic lineup.
It's not like locked in stone that Mookie Betts is only going to play shortstop.
And to your point, again, and this is not a topic that will just be for today. It's going to be heading into the year. Where Mookie's at, the spotlight will be on him, especially because he's a Gold Glove outfielder. And I think that's why he receives a lot of the credit. It's like, why mess with something that's perfect? Why mess with something that's working? Because we can. We have the luxury of players. We have the luxury of talent to experiment. And up until last year, prior to him breaking his hand or fracture, he was having an MVP season. He went down, and then Shohei kind of took off. Mookie was an MVP at shortstop prior to that injury.
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about this team, that we have. How many MVPs do we have on this team? And anybody, look at the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Edman,
NLCS MVP, baby.
Dude, like, this team is like, it could be anybody, any time, any game.
Next man up mentality.
That's what I love about this team.
That's what it is, guys. And hey, we kind of skipped our 6 guys that made the 100 prospects. Again, we said Sasaki coming in at number 30. This guy has been talking about him like crazy. Dalton
Rushing, man. And there's another guy right there, primarily a catcher, but he knows he's not gonna come up with Will Smith right there. So
although he is listed as a catcher,
he's playing the outfield. He's playing the outfield. He's learning to play it.
He wants to get reps. Coming in, our third guy, number 40 overall, our outfielder, De Paula. I don't know if we're pronouncing it right or not. Sorry, brother.
I don't know much about him, but what I've seen about him, it's like, wow, this dude has pop in his bat.
Right.
So I'm excited. I mean, again, go up so we can trade you away, guys.
Exactly. That's what you got to do right now.
That's what we got to do.
Especially the next 9 years left of Otani's contract.
Pertaya.
I told you guys. Coming in at number 71, this kid, I'm excited. I don't think he'll make the roster this year, but maybe next year, kind of our new Clayton. Jackson Ferris, left-handed pitcher. He came in at 71 out of baseball's MLB 100 prospects. And then following him was our shortstop, Freeland, coming in at number 72. Again, I don't know much about him. I know the shortstop, Trey Sweeney, he kind of took off when we traded him for Jack. He's their everyday shortstop now. So that's the type of talent that the Dodgers continue to produce year in and year out. And then rounding off the 100 list as far as the 6 guys that we have on there is number 75, Hope. He's also another outfielder as well.
Zaire Hope.
Yeah.
I hopefully I pronounced his name correctly. But man, I mean, I think the Dodgers, only 2 other teams have more prospects than the Dodgers in the top 100. I think it's the White Sox, and I forgot what the other team was.
I think it was the Mariners or the Brewers. It was one of those guys.
Yeah, but it's fantastic to see how well run this organization is run, from international scouting, from scouting in local, here in the United States, and drafting the right guys, or trading for those guys that we need. Hey, not right now, but in the future. So scouting is a big part of the Dodgers organization, and they're doing a great job.
And it kind of transitions us into the next topic. So, and this is kind of huge depending on who you are or how excited you are about the move. Nolan Arenado. Here we go. Right before spring training picks up, rumors are swirling again. As of right now, this morning, I think I read that we're offering Bobby Miller and a couple of other prospects for Nolan at this time. But yeah, man, we have 6 guys in the 100 list. Obviously, you're not getting rid of Sasaki and Rushing at this time. But for everybody else, kind of like we mentioned with Diego holding on to him, and look what his value was up until last year. who are you willing to part with, or I guess what kind of trade are you willing to part with to lose this type of value? Because we're pretty stacked right now.
First off, let me get your. Would you trade for Arenado? Are you interested?
I guess it
in a
depends.
trade for Arenado.
Yes and no. It's kind of hard right now because obviously Nolan plays third. He came out with reports saying that he's willing to play first. Well, guess what? We got Freddie Freeman for 4 or 5 more years. You're not going to play first with us, buddy. Defensively, though, yes, I would love to see Nolan. Offensively, doesn't do much. He doesn't do much for me. So I'm kind of torn. Would it be cool to bring another hometown kid back to LA, play for his favorite team growing up? Absolutely.
I would love to see Arenado on the team, and I think for the right trade, I would. I mean, right now the Cardinals are in a corner. Nolan Arenado put him in the corner.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be there.
He doesn't want to be
They're
there.
not competing.
And
They came out and said it's a rebuild.
And spring training starts in a few days. He has to report. Imagine showing up to work in a place that you don't want to be at.
Disgruntled employee, man.
Right?
It can only get bad from here.
Right. So I think the Dodgers are in a good spot where they can say, "Hey, you know what? We're going to just give you this. This is what we have." And then Arenado and the Cards can say no, but Arenado doesn't want to go to Houston.
Right.
Arenado doesn't want to go to Boston. Arenado doesn't want to go to San Francisco. Arenado wants to go play for the Los Angeles, the Dodgers.
Everybody does.
The Dodgers.
Jump on the train, baby.
So yeah, I mean, me personally, let's make a move because you never know. Yes, I know a lot of his numbers have been going down, but put him into this lineup. Do we need him to be a superstar? No. I want him to just play great defense.
Yep.
And contribute on the offense somewhat.
And hey, again, the Dodgers are kind of known for reviving careers, giving you a breath of fresh air, so to speak. So again, yeah, like I said, I'm on the fence. I guess it just depends on who you're willing to part with right now. If you tell me Bobby Miller's the main guy, I'd probably pull the trigger. Especially, we have a lot of starting pitching. Yeah. You still got Tony coming back. You still got Destin coming back. Yeah. So I mean, again, I think it would just be what are we willing to part with. If they're asking for Dalton, maybe a little hesitant. Especially, he's willing to try the outfield. And again, I just don't know. I guess show me the package. I'll say yay or nay, but I don't mind it at all. So
how about if we include some MLB talent that's ready now? CT3.
See,
how about?
Why are we giving up on CT so soon?
I'm not giving up on him, but
I would rather trade Miguel Rojas. I know they don't want him, but honestly, CT is a better athlete than Miggy.
I'm willing to do that too. Because, like you said, the reason why I love CT3 is defensively.
Dude,
he can play third. He can play shortstop, second, outfield.
Anywhere but first base, pitcher, and catcher. CT has played in his career.
Has so much value in today's game, especially with the Dodgers.
We forget CT in 2018 was our top player, leading off with that home run in the Game 1 of the World Series against the Astros.
And again, nothing wrong. But if we have to give up talent, that's who I want. I wouldn't mind giving up. Followed by Miguel Rojas, followed by Max Muncy. And I think that's it, because everybody else I think is untouchable. I mean, we're not trading Freddie Freeman,
right?
For our Arenado. We're not giving them top like that. We're gonna give you.
Might give you a James Outman, depending how he does.
Yeah, and hopefully.
Or maybe Andy Pajes again, who cracks the roster, who has a great spring training. Luckily, we don't have to make the decisions. We don't have to write out the lineup every day. Dave Roberts does. And speaking of Dave, is it time to pay the man? Is it time to extend the man? Lifetime contract. And I know we've both came on here and we've crucified him. So many other people have crucified him and talked so much about him. And I think you made a point. Bobby Cox is known as a winning manager with how many World Series? One. Dave has 2 now. Just as much wins. Younger. So, I mean, I would say Dave has at least another 10 years in him.
A year ago, I would have told you no. It's time to move on.
Mm-hmm. I think last year we were saying that. Last year I was saying that.
Yeah, but the postseason, totally different Dave. Totally different Dave. Dave outmanaged 3 managers.
Yes.
He outmanaged them. He knew what to do. He was playing chess while they were playing checkers.
They finally let him, they it wasn't coming up from the top.
Yeah, it wasn't
It,
analytics.
it was literally all heart. It was feeling. It's that's the type of stuff that you like dream of. Like you are just, hey, go do your job the way you want to do your job.
Re-sign the man. I'm all for it now. Again, like I told you, when I saw that graphic from MLB Network that
Right.
said Bobby Cox, bam, and Dave Roberts, similar records.
Eye opener, man.
Yeah, I was like, that opened my eyes too. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's sign him again. 2 World Series wins, 4 World Series appearances.
Mm-hmm.
This team is now, I mean, it has been built to win multiple more World Series or make runs at it. So
Yeah.
I'm all in, man. I'm all in. Let's sign Dave. Let's keep him. Yeah, I'm getting my Dave Roberts jersey too. I told you guys.
I think so. I think it's been time. I mean, honestly, after the World Series, like I never get tired of watching the highlights of the World Series, especially
does?
Freddie's walk off. But I started watching like Dave Roberts highlights of when he played with the Dodgers and his inside the park home run, and it's kind of cool. I mean, also MLB Nike, bring back the Dodger gray jersey with the white outline because that jersey's badass. That should be our City Connect or something.
I'm even excited. I want to go get the Dave Roberts bobblehead this year.
Yeah,
It looks cool.
I
I
mean,
think he's wearing this jersey. I think he's wearing this jacket
like
right
a
here.
pullover or a hoodie or
And
something.
yes, he's like this.
But yeah, man,
excited.
I
I'm excited.
think Dave, realistically, I think he should also sign as long as we can. I know, health and everything, work-life balance. He'll talk to his wife because, he's a big family man. I would say you keep him here as long as Shohei and Mookie are here. And then
Well, that's why Shohei said one
Yeah,
of his first things.
that's
that
part
he
of his
wanted to do
contract.
because he wanted to have that stable
yeah, stability.
stability
That's what he was trying
in the
to say.
organization, and that's what he said. He came over here because
And that is part of his contract.
And that-
Actually, no.
and
What
Ro-
part of his contract is
and-
Andrew.
and then-
If Andrew
and-
leaves, he can opt out at any time.
and Roki Sasaki said it too.
Yeah,
He chose the Dodgers over San Diego because of that stable.
yeah.
Why can't I say the word?
Stability.
Stability.
The word of the day, guys. Stability.
I could even say it again. Stability. He says, and Rosario says same thing. I went over to Atlanta because ownership right now in San Diego is just
Yeah. So yeah, I think you extend Dave, and then we kind of pick it up from there after a couple years. But moving into our next topic, guys, and this is kind of like the where's Waldo for the Dodgers. I think this puts the cherry on top to the offseason is bring KIKE back already, man. Like, what are we waiting for? I understand there needs to be moves. We got to adjust the 40-man roster.
yes.
But spring training starts tomorrow.
Well, he reported. I mean, we signed them.
And
We signed them late last year.
And he was upset about that.
No,
Why are we
he
going to
wasn't.
upset playoff KIKE, man?
He knows. He knows. Come
Oh
on.
my
if,
God.
if I'm Kike right now, I'm like, I know they're gonna bring me back.
You don't know that.
I know they're bringing me back. They just gotta wait to move some guys over to the IL, and then boom, aquí estoy otra vez.
Yeah, man. You cannot. And again, like he has ups and downs. He didn't know he needed glasses, and then he took off after he got glasses.
The only
like,
thing I would do different this year than last year is I'm gonna give him 2 years.
no, for sure. Why wouldn't you?
I'm giving him 2 years with a team option for the third.
3 years, 30 million, 10 million a year. He's worth it. He is worth it. That dude, literally, you get him into the playoffs 3 more years, Geegan's going to be the all-time playoff home run.
I love Kike.
I love me
Again,
the rally banana.
I love again going back to CT3. They're so versatile. They can play anywhere.
Yeah.
Kike has done everything except for catching. Dave Roberts, let's let them catch it though.
Yeah, let Kike catch. Are we live? Anyways, yeah, man. Bring my guy back. Give the fans what they want. Give the All-Stars what they want. Teo is a big advocate right now for Kike to come
He
back,
wants the
man.
Hernandez Corporation
Yeah, man.
brothers to go off again.
They want the Bash brothers back in the lineup. So yeah, the sooner we get him back, I think the happier everybody will be. Speaking about another free agent, former Dodger, Jason Heyward.
Dude,
Not that. Hold on. Not that. I'm not upset because hey,
no,
he's a free agent. He needs to make a living.
I know, but what I'm upset about is that last year we cut him. I understand we cut him, and then he goes play with the Astros. Okay, fine. But this year now he goes to San Diego. What's next? The D-backs?
San Diego needs help, man.
San Francisco?
San Diego is like the Titanic. they're struggling to stay above water right now with the way they're.
Hey.
But I don't feel bad. I mean,
Oh hell no.
but you feel bad for the players because like that's the
Nah.
only that's the only teams that are offering them contracts.
No, I thought you meant the current players like Machado. No,
No, hell no.
He
No.
deserves all this.
Anybody who's on that current roster, screw. But like Jason, he needs a job. That's why he said yes. That's why he signed it. I understand. Staying on the topic of the Pobres. Did you guys watch their fan fest? And I know I'm not watching the entire damn thing, but you know,
I didn't watch any. I just watched the little clip that
on social media. This guy has the audacity, the balls, to kind of call us out, saying how that they're classy and you know they don't do anything the dirty way. And again, he's like, I'm not gonna name any names. Motherfucker, who are you talking about?
The only team they worry about, us. That's
the team that you try to keep up with.
The team that you keep out, the fans that you try to keep out of your own stadium because we outnumber them.
I feel like Will Smith, man. Keep my name out your mouth. Like, stop. Like, you don't worry about us. Worry about you. Figure out about your ownership group situation. Yep. Like, dude, you guys, again, you're Titanic. You're sinking before everybody's eyes. The sad part is like players don't want to go there. Again, you guys are signing Jay Hay again. Jay Hay brings great.
Joe Connor.
I don't even know who that is.
I know. I know who he is, but like, that's your big moves, Joe Connor and Jason Heyward.
Yeah, man. So again, just don't worry about us, man. Just do you, stay in your lane. And yeah, watch us do great things this year. Yeah, man. I guess to wrap it all up and not to bring up feelings, not upset Shohei. Did you hear about the Ippie Izuhara situation?
So he got 57 months, 4.5 years, right? Something
like that. It's like 4.5 years, 5 years.
But the crazy thing about it is that they were playing
the audio
of him calling in the bank and saying, Shohei Ohtani.
I
like to transfer money to blah, 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 blah.
500,000.
And then people are still upset saying, no, that was Shohei Ohtani doing that.
Dude, have you heard Shohei talk? He's like one of the lightest voices on planet Earth.
It's like,
I love you very much. Thank you, Dodger fans. Like it's like night and day when you hear the audio. First of all, I really think the Bank of America employees should be investigated. Like, you need to ask way more security questions than what the hell you asked.
Come on, like if you didn't know who Shohei Ohtani was.
Yeah, and but also like I understand, like Shohei, I get it.
You work at a bank.
I do, and there's.
If I call in and say I'm Shohei Ohtani, there's a count up there.
Well, here's the thing,
and I have the certificate.
And again, you have to answer certain security questions. Like literally, it's so easy to just give your social and date of birth. Like, dude, anybody can pull up the last 4 of your social and date of birth. You got to ask, what was your last transaction, sir? Oh, hey, you went to In-N-Out. Can you tell me the dollar amount? You're only allowed to be off like a penny. Like you need to be more thorough with your questions. But I will say this: it's like Shohei. I get it. You need an interpreter. I really don't think you do because he speaks really good English. I think he's still just trying to master it. I'm sure like 3-4 more years.
How long has he been here already? Yeah.
6-7 years already.
I mean, even if you talk it all messed up, and maybe he's embarrassed. Maybe he doesn't want to like me. I couldn't say stability. And so I need an interpreter.
No. But again, I think the real issue is stability.
All right.
The thing with Shohei is like, why would you trust somebody to manage your bank account?
Why
like,
not?
And what do you mean? Why not?
I mean, he's your employee. I mean, he's your friend.
But he's an interpreter. He's a good friend. I get that. But it was an interpreter.
Everywhere together. He's your buddy already. Yeah, by that time they've built a relationship and they know each other.
So where's his wife now?
Or maybe now
exactly.
His wife wasn't around back then.
Oh my God, they were engaged.
When he went to Anaheim, Ippie was the first guy. That was his friend. That was that was his interpreter. And
I'm not trusting, dude. Numbers are numbers, no matter what country you're in. User logins and passwords are all virtually the same. You make that, you manage your money.
You just said right now. If somebody wanted to hack us,
they could.
Our family. They could, because we're so simple. We have the simple as freaking password.
Bet you can't guess it. Man.
You guys type in below what our password would be. Our family password, because everybody.
And this is a family password just to get into our house, guys. We have all those fancy door codes. Like, We keep it. It's easy. It's what we grew up with. Anyways, hey, wrapping up the show.
Extra innings, man.
Yeah,
Extra innings.
Out. Not
Extra innings
talking baseball
it's not
because
talking baseball, yeah.
it is Super Bowl Sunday. But before. And again, we will never, ever, ever root for Chiefs Kingdom or Patrick Mahomes. F all that. So go Eagles. Go Eagles. I want them to dethrone them until the Raiders get your shit together and win a Super Bowl.
That's going to be a few years.
But what not's going to take a few years is the Lakers winning banner number 17 with Luka Doncic, baby. Luka Magic. That kind of, that broke the NBA. That broke all kinds of sports world like that. I still can't believe Luka's Laker until he plays tomorrow. Tomorrow he makes his debut against the Jazz.
And I love AD. I mean,
yes, he's injury
person,
prone. He's made of glass. So he brought us a 2020 championship.
He did. And he was playing fantastic this season until he got hurt.
He was.
He started off the season as an animal.
This is his first year that was his first injury of the year, being out that week with the abdominal strain or whatever you call it. And then he got hurt last night. Unfortunately, it was a non-contact injury, like a groin injury. So hopefully he's okay. Again, we don't. Honestly, this came to a shock. I didn't think we would ever trade AD. I thought AD was lined up to take over after LeBron.
Yeah.
But when the Mavs call you and say, "Hey, you want Luka?"
It's crazy.
I was ready to ship Bronny's ass out for Luka Doncic. I really was.
We ship Bronny. We have to ship LeBron too because LeBron would have been mad.
Yeah, he would have been
pissed. Did you hear the
story
what's going on with Dallas? I mean, I don't know if it's true, but I've heard.
It's all speculation.
Yeah. So the owner, Cuban sold the team 2 years ago, I guess, to a family that's out of Las Vegas.
Yep.
And this family from Las Vegas wants to make a new stadium, build a new stadium for the Mavs, but they want casino mixture in there.
Yeah.
Right. So they wanted a casino pass, or whatever, whatever you need permit to build a new arena with a casino attached in it.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever it is, the city or Texas or the government, whatever, said no. We're not giving you that. We're not giving you that. So then we want to move.
Not going nowhere.
And then Dallas said, no, you staying here, you have a good fan base that's following you. They're loyal.
Pretty good fan base.
They are. They right now because they're
very loyal.
They're
upset.
good.
They're protesting. I mean, shit. They came together.
So I guess she said, oh yeah. You want to see her fan base? Adios, Luka.
That was, and I mean, it's not. I don't think it was just her. I know. I know the GM.
But it's fun. It's like Major League the movie in real life.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to purposely tank. I mean, on paper, I think they do win the trade. We don't have a center. We don't have a big guy. They just rescinded the contract the trade for Mark Williams. He couldn't pass the physical.
But the Lakers have been playing fantastic right now, and we don't have a center right now.
They have. Call my boy Dwight. I've been saying it. Call him.
That dude's on TikTok live all the time.
Yeah, man.
Every single day.
My boy wants a job. He's begging for a job. Just let him put on the uniform. Let him go beat up. I promise you.
10-day contract.
We get past the Nuggets. No other team stopping. That is our kryptonite. Honestly, it's just slowing down the damn Joker, dude. That's it.
Sorry, Joker.
No, yeah. We beat him. Banner number 17 goes up. We go to a parade. But hey, guys, thanks for tuning in.
Oh, don't forget the Raiders. Let's talk about the Raiders. Pete Carroll. I know we're late, but we haven't talked about it. So, are you excited for that?
I am. I nervous because you don't. I'm all about Max Krauser right now, man. I think that guy's a lifelong Raider.
I think they're building a good foundation.
But you got to include Max.
You got Chip Kelly.
You got Tom Brady in ownership.
Tom Brady's here. Chip Kelly is gonna want a new quarterback. I don't care. I mean, AOC was a nice story, but sabes que AOC is not winning us any games. He's not winning us playoff games. He's not winning us a Super Bowl.
No, hell no.
So we're gonna get a quarterback.
Yeah,
and we're gonna get a quarterback.
I definitely think we're gonna kind of have a version to the Legion of Boom. I definitely think our defense is gonna improve this offseason. But again, I'm all about taking care of Max, man. That guy has a Raider tattoo just like me.
That guy should be a Raider for life.
He should never
just
put
like
on
Khalil
another
Mack
jersey.
should have been a Raider for life. But that's a topic for another day. How about the UCLA women?
Dude, that basketball team is nasty.
They're playing right now. They're playing right. No, they actually start in 15 minutes. But they're number one. Betts. just announced she's coming back next year for her senior season.
I thought-
She's gonna play with her sister.
By the way, no relation to Mookie Betts.
No relation, but hey,
This is a badass last name.
yeah, and this is such a great team. I love the way they play. They're steamrolling everybody. They're beating everybody by double digits now. And the UCLA man, not bad. Another win Hey,
Could they do better? Yes.
you have to give them respect. Look at the teams they've beaten.
No, I'm not.
Look at the team they beaten. They went on that bad losing streak, and they weren't even getting blown out. They were ahead on all those games, and then they just fumbled it at the end.
You know what I think? I don't know. I feel like we should have way better talent. We
are.
It's just a transfer portal. Honestly, like I don't like this shit. Like this shit just kills the sport, dude. It's like if somebody complains like, oh, I'm not getting the playing time, like boom, they're gone. It's like, bro, you're not building character. Like it's not like that in the real life. Like you can't just, oh, the bank's not paying me, let me go. Okay, maybe I've done that, but
they should have a transfer portal after 2 years of you being in one school.
yeah, you need to change the transfer portal. It's killing it. I mean, everybody, NIL, great, good for you guys. You guys are all getting paid, but
and they should also have a transfer portal that I don't know if you saw the story. There was the college team that did not play because they had half of the team went on the transfer portal.
You shouldn't be allowed to do that.
So they
honestly.
said, we can't play the bowl game because we don't have enough guys. So they forfeited the game and they brought in somebody else. I forgot who it was. It was a big name school. I'm not sure who it was. I mean, but it was a known school, so that sucks.
It's unfortunate, but hey, hopefully the NCAA figures it out. And yeah, man, again, transfer portal, I'm not a fan of it. NIL, good thing for all you guys getting paid for your name.
Hey, let's go.
But again, hey, Dodgers are back to business tomorrow, again, February 20th against the Chicago Cubs. They'll be out at Camelback Ranch. But in that, guys, thanks for tuning into another episode of Chalking It Up. I'm Ant.
And I'm Carlos, a.k.a. Desert Adoyer.
And as always, guys,
let's go.
Let's go. Have a nice day. Go Eagles.